What is up, my friends? It's Ray back here, and behind me I have an exciting new addition to my desk setup. They are a pair of speakers. I've never had a pair of dedicated speakers on one of my desk setups before, so this is incredibly exciting for me. Today we're going to be taking a look at a fairly new set of speakers from Fluance. These are the Fluance Ai41. They're a pair of budget-friendly 5-inch stereo bookshelf speakers that offer you a lot of bang for your buck. The Ai41 feature a 90-watt amp, 45 watts per side, Bluetooth 5, RCA, and optical out connectivity, along with a subwoofer out for some extra thump on the low end. All these features come packed in beautiful wood cabinets that'll look amazing in any setup. The set that I have here is the walnut white color, which certainly livens up the space a lot, but if that's not your cup of tea, the Ai41 are also available in black ash, natural walnut, and lucky bamboo. I've been using the Ai41 speakers for a few weeks now, and as with everything that Ray does, I've been using them in a not so traditional way. I've been using them mostly for gaming with my Switch. Of course, I use them for casual listening and stuff like that too, but these speakers are surprisingly versatile and amazing for a number of different things outside of the standard use. On top of that, they're not going to break the bank either. So before we continue on with this review, let's rewind to a quick unboxing and setup so I can show you guys what you get in the box with these things and how easy these things are to set up and get going. Alright, so when you first get the Ai41, they'll arrive in a fairly big box that weighs about 20 pounds. Inside it, you'll find some documentation right on top and a box of accessories containing a remote, a power adapter, and an 8-foot speaker cable. Then there are these speakers themselves, which are decently sized and weigh about 7-8 pounds each. These are beautiful speakers to see in person. They're very well designed and they look incredible. Setting them up is extremely easy. The main right one is active and powered, whereas the left speaker functions as more of a passive satellite speaker. The benefit to a setup like this is that you only need to plug in the right main speaker, which minimizes cable clutter. The plugs around back are banana style and they're straightforward to set up. Red goes to red and black goes to black. After I got them set up, I plugged the speakers in, switched to Bluetooth mode, and they immediately showed up ready to pair with my iPhone. The same happened with my Switch. They were easily paired and ready to go within seconds, so setting up the Ai41 is incredibly easy. Okay, so let's talk about the sound quality. Do the Ai41 sound as good as they look? The short answer to that question is yes. These things sound incredible. Well, as long as you know how and where to use them. What I mean by that is while they do get loud and sound great, they aren't enough to blow you away in, say, your home theater. I originally planned to use these things in mine, however, I realized that they are better served as a pair of desktop computer speakers or TV speakers in a small to medium sized room. They'll definitely work for a home theater or a projector setup, don't get me wrong, it's just you'll get the most out of them the closer that you are to them. You've probably been noticing that I've been using these guys on 2 of my different desk setups throughout this video. Not only is that to test them in different setups and to showcase how easy they are to move around, but it's also to find how and where I ultimately want to use them. Gaming, working, editing videos, well, the truth is, I haven't decided yet. The Ai41 are good for all of those things, and I can use them wirelessly with all my devices over Bluetooth. As you saw before, it's super easy to pair them with your devices, so this is a very convenient way to use these speakers. I always have both speakers angled towards me at 10 and 2 o'clock. I also picked up 2 sets of stands, one for each desk to raise them up a bit. Positioning these speakers like this is how you're going to get the most out of them. In a setup like this, these things are going to blow you away. The Ai41 are far better than any pair of computer speakers that I've used. There's nothing quite like a dual setup that delivers true stereo audio like this. Inside, each unit houses a 1-inch silk tweener and a 5-inch woven glass fiber driver for loud booming sound. When I say these things get loud, I mean they get loud. In fact, full volume is a little too loud when they're this close on my desk, so I usually have them at maybe 75% if that. The sound quality though, regardless of the volume, is crisp and highly detailed. The mid-range is really nice. It's clean with no distortion. The thing that took me by surprise though was the bass. The Ai41 are are very impressive on the low end considering that there's no subwoofer here. With the bass pumped up, these things thump. As you've been seeing throughout this video, I've been playing a lot of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom with these things paired to my Switch, and they have been amazing. In a vast open world game like this, you're going to be immersed and you're going to be hearing things from the left and the right channel that you have never heard before. The same is true for listening to music, podcasts, and editing videos. It is hard to believe that these are a budget pair of speakers. They sound that good. The included remote is also very helpful for controlling the audio that you're playing. It lets you change the input source, the volume, adjust the bass and treble, dim the power LED, as well as go forward, rewind, and play and pause your audio. To start wrapping up, you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck with the Ai41. Whether you're working, gaming, listening to music, or a podcast, I am confident that these things are going to impress. Before we wrap this video up, here's a quick sound test so you guys can get an idea as to how these things sound. At the end of the day, it is no surprise at all that I'm a big fan of the Fluance Ai41 bookshelf speakers. They are the perfect addition to my desk setup here. They get loud, they sound great, they're gonna look good in any kind of setup, they have a good amount of connectivity options, and above all, they punch well above their weight in terms of quality for the price. These are a pair of speakers that will no doubt be a fixture in any of my setups from this point forward. I've used these things for everything from listening to music, to gaming, to using them in a variety of different areas, and I love them. They handled everything that I threw at them with ease, and they exceeded my expectations big time for a pair of budget speakers. For those on the hunt for a compact pair of Bluetooth stereo speakers for like a small or medium-sized room, or for your desk setup like I have here, and you don't want to break the bank, you would be hard-pressed to find a better option than the Fluance Ai41. These things are awesome. So that's about all I got for this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did and you liked what you saw, you know the drill. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to follow at Raymond Strazdas on Twitter and Instagram for much more. Until the next one, I will catch you guys later. Peace!